Phantasmal Flames is going to be live right now for MSRP on happytigergaming.com, but it will sell out in like 10 minutes, so just a warning. However, this video is about Ascended Heroes, the set that's coming out in January. And I posted a video, and it's going to be right here in the bubble thingy, and that video talks about how I think this is going to be one of the worst sets in terms of people not being able to get the product. And that video was made before we found out that Ascended Heroes is short printed. Poke Annie has a video on this and some others. Yeah, it's a short printed set by, in terms of how people use that term, which means we're not getting a lot. It's in two waves also. There's two waves, the first wave and the second wave. So on release day, most people aren't going to get it. The only chance you have of getting Ascended Heroes really is a pre-release event. Otherwise, you're kind of screwed. And it's something that's been bothering me for a while because I sell Pokemon for under MSRP with free shipping. And I basically price it to where I break even. And then my Magic the Gathering stuff. And then I have a distributor and the board game stuff. That kind of has been subsidizing Pokemon, keeping it low so I could keep doing that. However, if they don't get their stuff together, and if they don't start, I'm not saying print to demand, but printing like more than 3% of demand, at least jack it up to printing 6% of demand, I might have to stop it. Like I might have to raise prices, and that's something that goes against the philosophy here. But eventually it might come down to like as me, someone like a small business, an online retailer who doesn't want to scalp this stuff. It's like, okay, do I want to sell for MSRP for 2 or 3 sets and then Happy Tiger Gaming doesn't exist anymore? Or do I want to jack the prices up just a little bit? Not TCG player level, but just maybe a little bit. And then I still exist and I'm still alive and then I can still provide value. And that's something that a lot of people literally will tell me because I've asked before. People say, no, we would rather you as a business do not exist than to sell it for $6 a pack, even if everyone else is selling it for $12. We would rather you don't exist. And then there's a whole business philosophy of when you cater to these people, the cheapest 10% of customers cause 90% of problems. That's a real fact, right? But it's like, I really don't like to think in that term. But it's like, man, I want to sell Pokemon as cheap as I can because it's being scalped right now. But the Pokemon Center and the Pokemon Company, they aren't thinking. They print so far out in the future. 8 or 9 months out in the future is when they print. So like, even though this set's coming out, they're like 3 or 4 sets ahead of this set already. And they're saying it's going to be printed to like specialty set levels. Specialty set levels. You know how hard it was to get Prismatic Evolution? Now it's everywhere, but this is like, it's already in 2 waves, which is a huge red flag. There's just a lot of problems here. And I don't know what I'm going to do at Happy Tiger Gaming, where I have a business degree, it's a bachelor's, and I love TCG, and I could probably figure it out. I could probably figure out a way to keep above the water and keep providing value to the customers. But I'm just saying, Pokemon, if you're going to be my main product line, you better get your shit together. Because if you don't, I might have to move away from it because it's either I move away from it or I drown. You know what I mean? So we got to figure it out. Let me know in the comments what you think below. And also start a fight in the comments. It really helps the algorithm. Share this video if you feel like it. Nah, you don't have to do that. Have a good day, guys. Bye. Low production video today.